Members of the Fly Music Society, welcome back to the channel. So right now I am in waiting. We're about 6 minutes away from the Animal Flow premiere. This is going to be a little bit different. So normally I stop it, talk about what I'm listening to, and then, kind of a stop and go routine. I'm going to try not to do that since I am in the chat and Ren is in the chat. I kind of want to just watch it for what it is and then go back and analyze it afterwards. But we'll see what ended up happening. Yeah, Ren's hanging out and chat with us. This is going to be interesting. I know that this was recorded a while back and they finally just finished the recording now. I like what Ren said on his Instagram about him wanting to challenge himself and his team to kind of keep doing new things and keep kind of expanding their creativity. So I'm excited to see what the video is going to be, but also obviously, right, this is a hip hop song. So we're going to be analyzing the lyrics. We're going to be analyzing pretty much all the music, everything. So for those of you that are new here, what we do on my channel is we watch the video. I will stop it here and there for things I believe are important. And then we'll talk about, at the end, we'll talk about the music and we'll talk about the message. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Before we get started, please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Members are live on my channel. You get perks like exclusive access to videos like this one, member only videos specifically created for the members, sub badges, as well as member shout out. If you don't feel like giving YouTube your money, you can go ahead and go on to my Patreon and become a member there. Same perks there, just a different avenue to do that. So none of that is required, none of that is expected, but it is definitely appreciated and it helps support the channel. So we're gonna wait for this premiere to start. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording, and then once we are in it, we will be in it. All right, we're about 50 seconds away from this. I'm gonna show you guys chat, see where we're at with this. All right, we got 1 minute. He did post a little bit of a teaser, I guess, on Instagram of the song, so I'm excited for this. It's going to be a banger. How many people does he have in chat? Let's see. A lot. All right, here we go. Starting. This is like torture how much waiting is going on right now. Here we go. Animal Flow. Got him doing the beat, slowly fading in.
You're in the mind of a cannibal king, where chaos and anarchy roam, and trouble is bubbling under the skin. A certain insanity shows whenever I pick up the mic and begin. Whenever these words that I write with my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pin. Animal flow, out in the jungle, I'm ready for war. I'm beating your brains with a bat, I'm swinging it back, and it's spooky, your bike cause I'm bored. Lord of the cannibals, bro, a murderous mind that you can't ignore.
Got a pig chopping meat.
Combat on the counter attack on the king of the jungle, I roar. Animal.
I like the bouncy beat. He's doing the beatboxing in the back. A nice, just simple beat, bass beat.
I'm the flow CEO. I've got mountains of murderous rhymes.
Murderous rhymes.
From my mind, I'm an impassable foe, never slowing, just growing and flowing with intricate lines. Yes, I will dig in my teeth when I bite like a beast. Blood, I drink it like wine. Animal flow, out in the wilderness, I will be king. Sit on my throne, I'm the Lord of the Rings. Out on my own, I'm a terrible thing. Animal skins over my shoulders like bling. They will be clothing my sins. I came to win, over and over again. I'll take your life with a grin. Animal.
The dancing cat.
Animal.
This is again another one-shot video, looks like. Just crazy hard to do.
Had the little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. It made the blood look so much redder when I slit its throat. Watch it drip, drop.
Whoa, bro.
Drop, till the ground was soaked. Oh, Mary, Mary, quite contrary how the blood it flows. Horrific, explicit, I feed parasitic, acidic, I'm eating your flesh. Don't fidget, I'm livid, not mentally with it. I get kinda sick when I'm stressed. I am the eye.
Saying he's mentally ill when he's stressed.
I am the spawn, I am the belly, I am the beast. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I'm an animal, yes, I'm an animal.
He was doing the nursery rhymes, he always brings those back.
Things I do are quite radical. Yes, I will be waging war on the capital. Yes, I will burn the houses of parliament down.
Increasing the intensity of the rap and the beat together.
To the ground. Your illegitimate king lost his crown. Animal flow, show no mercy under my rule. I won't be kind, I will be cruel. Down on my foes in a paddling pool. Yes, I'm tyrannical, bro. So never mistake, I'm man for a fool.
He's a tyrant.
Right back to school and teach you a lesson for testing my cool. Animal.
Cows eating red meat, uncooked meat. Cannibals. The metaphor. Damn, that was so short, I feel like. All right, so we're gonna analyze this now that it's over. I was kind of trying to pick up stuff as I went through it, but let's go ahead and actually analyze this musically, lyrically. So obviously he has the cane going back and forth like a metronome. I think that's a pretty cool like little visual representation of the music. The sound fades in, him doing the beatboxing, the camera slowly panning up. So everything is a slow build into him starting to rap. And he's beatboxing, also cool.
Animal flow. You're in the mind of a cannibal king where chaos and anarchy roam. And trouble.
You're in the mind of a cannibal king where chaos and anarchy roam. So he's saying his mind is crazy. There's so much stuff going on in his mind. It's making him crazy. Follows the themes of most of his stuff.
Bubbling under the skin, a certain insanity shows. When
Bubbling under the skin, a certain insanity shows. Again, following that, he's going crazy in his head. What does it say? 2 legs bad. Whatever goes on 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. No animal shall wear clothes. No animal shall sleep in the bed. No animal shall drink alcohol. No animal shall kill any other. All animals are equal, except for the ones with 2 legs. Whatever goes upon 4. So essentially, humans are the cancer here. All animals are equal except for humans. Humans are not. Obviously, there's ostriches and stuff like that, but you get the point.
I pick up the mic and begin. Whenever these words that I write with my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pen.
Whenever these words that I write with my pen come
They
alive.
ignite like I pulled out the pen.
Oh, they ignite like I pulled out the pin. Ah, so play on words there with pen and pin. Sound very similar, but again, he's playing with words there. Really cool.
Like I pulled out the pen. Animal flow. Out in the jungle, I'm ready for war. I'm beating your brains with a bat. I'm swinging it back and it's spooky. I bite 'cause I'm bored.
Basically saying he's hitting us with the beat so hard, it's like he's beating us up with a bat, and he's getting so good at this, he's almost bored doing it.
The cannibals, bro. A murderous mind that you can't ignore. I wait and react with combat on the counter attack on the king of the jungle. I roar. Animal.
I like that little change in the flow, right?
I'm bored. The cannibals, bro. A murderous mind that you can't ignore.
So he's been rapping like but he changed it up right here. The Thriller dance. Oh wait. So it says animal flow, drip, 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 cannibal, terrific, explicit. Trying to catch all this stuff. Animal
flow, I'm the flow CEO. I've got mountains of murderous rhymes.
Animal flow, I'm the CEO. I've got mountains of murderous rhymes. Obviously, again, saying his rhymes will kill you. They're so good. The flow is so good. He'll kill you with those rhymes. No way to run from my mind. Again, talking about his mind's taking him over. His craziness in his mind is taking him over. He can't run away from it. We can't run away from it.
From my mind, I'm an impassable foe, never slowing, just growing and flowing with intricate lines. Yes,
I like how he's keeping this like. I mean, there's variations, right? Some of the lengths are a little bit changed up, but we've seen him do most of these songs where he's changing up the flow a lot. Like The Hunger was, every single verse was a different, or I guess every single section was a different flow. He's kind of keeping the same flow, and I think that's part of the course because this is an animal flow. He's trying to keep it the same, but that was pretty cool. I mean, impossible flow. Never. What did he say, man?
never cause mayhem and panic. There's nowhere to run from my mind. I'm an impossible foe, never.
I'm an impossible foe. Never slow and just growing. Flowing with intricate rhymes. Can't be stopped. He's an animal with the rhymes, and he's using intricate rhymes. Pretty straightforward. He's such a beast. He drinks it like wine. Sit on the throne of the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings rhyme. Out on his own, he's a terrible thing. Again, having to do with his mental issues. I'm assuming. Leave him alone. It's a bad thing if he's alone. It's stuck in his mind. But also, if you leave him alone, he's gonna take over. He's gonna take over the music industry. Take over all these raps, all these flows. He's gonna become the best rapper alive. came to win over and over again. I think this is just that they're animals. I like the syncopation. I like that little drop in the beat. But look at the, I want to mention this too. Notice how this is all like set up. No light, light. No light, light. White, black, white. That all matches. These are all like little details that Ren does that are very like kind of easy to miss, but also make sense, right? We got the white cat, white cat, black, white, black, white. And it even looks like some of the stuff on top of the washers are like even set up exactly the same. Crazy.
Mary had the little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. It made the blood look so much redder when I slit its throat. Watch it drip, drop, till the ground was soaked. Oh, Mary, Mary, quite contrary how the blood it flows.
All of that was a play on the Mary Had a Little Lamb rhyme. Again, talking about how he's murdering the flow so much, talking about blood dripping. He did the kind of the same thing in The Hunger, where he talks about blood bubbling up and stuff.
Horrific, explicit, happy, parasitic, acidic, I'm eating your flesh.
Yum, 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 yum. What was that?
Horrific, explicit, happy, parasitic,
Horrific, explicit, I feed parasitic.
acidic, I'm eating your flesh.
Acidic, I'm feeding on your flesh. Is that what he said?
Acidic, I'm eating your flesh.
Eating your flesh.
I'm livid, not mentally with it. I get kinda sick when I'm stressed.
Not mentally with it. I get sick when I'm stressed. Yep. Again, white, black. This is the themes of a lot of his videos are the white and black working together. Again, on the other ones, they're working together. Here, they're together. And he's wearing white and black. White and black.
I am the fury, I am the scorn, I am the belly, I am the beast. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I'm an animal, yes, I'm an animal. Yes, sometimes the things I say are irrational. Yes, sometimes the things I do are quite radical. Yes, I will be waging war on the capital. Yes,
The beat in the synth in the background goes a little bit more intense and is a little bit more sporadic, just like the gorilla is going crazy being sporadic, and just like Ren's rhymes and rapping style and tone of voice is all very sporadic.
yes, sometimes the things I say are irrational. Yes, sometimes the things I do are quite radical. Yes, I will be waging war on the capital.
Yes, he'll be raging war in the capital. Oof. Too soon? Yes, sometimes he's irrational, and yes, he's an animal. Again, talking about his mental state, but also talking about the flow. Sometimes his flows are irrational, talking about defeating capitalism, talking about, the economy, all those things that he's done before. Some people call it irrational outlook on things. Political.
Houses of Parliament down, 'cause hypocrites, they burn quite easily. Wow.
He'll burn Parliament down. Basically calling people, royals and rulers hypocrites. Hypocrites burn quite easily because they're easy to find and they're mentally unstable hypocrites. I mean, do we need to talk about that?
Burn and pillage it all to the ground. Your illegitimate king lost his crown. Animal flow, show no mercy under my rule. I won't be kind, I will be cruel. Drown all my foes in a paddling pool. Yes, I'm tyrannical.
Drown all his foes with a paddling pool.
For a fool, I'll take your ignorance right back to school and teach you a lesson for testing my cool.
Again, cow, goat, both eating raw, uncooked meat. Cannibalism is a sign of cannibalism. Again, black and white. The black-white themes are throughout the video. I like how he has a limp and he's walking with what's supposed to be wine. We got black-white themes all over. There's a lot there. I feel the lyrics here aren't as abstract as in Illest of Our Time. That's not to say that it's a bad thing. If anything, it makes it more of a fun flow. I think this is more talking about his state of mind, as well as kind of how humans have become animals that are so far gone that they've kind of lost their way. And I think that that's fair. I think it's very fair. There's a lot of metaphors in here. We saw what the writing said on the back of the shower. Basically, he's talking about humans being hypocrites. He literally said it. He more so talked about the elite, like the higher elite, the royals, presidents, things like that. But anything standing on two legs are not friends. And I think that's something we all can relate to. Obviously, there's going to be some type of people that don't agree, but humans are the animals here. The animals are not. The animals are part of nature. They are doing what they have to do to survive. We are supposed to be at the top of the food chain, and we are supposed to be the most intelligent species, but we always tend to do, well, not always. We often tend to do wrong things. We often tend to do horrible things, horrific things. The cannibalism metaphors on here is we are so violent to each other. There's so many bad things happening with, school shootings and just violence all around the world, not just here in America, but everywhere, that we can't get out of our own way. We seem to be our own demise. That's what I'm getting from this animal flow thing. I want to talk about the music real quick. Let's talk about the music real quick. I want to isolate just the bass real quick. Let's start with that. All right, so let's do the beat, the entire beat. So that's him beatboxing right there. It fades in. We kind of have this almost like I don't know what to call it, but kind of like a natural beat. Almost like if you go see the street performers, like when they're doing the cool syncopated drums on the garbage cans or whatever. That's what I think of when I hear that. Almost like if you were to watch a movie where they're running in the jungle, that's what they would play. Almost like George of the Jungle. There you go. Which could make sense with an animal flow, right? So this ends up going back to that. So we have the synth. Let me isolate the synth. Get the synth in there. Almost like a high-pitched mosquito drone type of noise. All right. And then we have the bass gets deeper and it's hitting harder. And the bass drum is hitting harder as well. The syncopated thing to just being like a heartbeat almost. Right? Then it stops right here for his solo. So let's go to just the vocals for a second.
Animal flow. You're in the mind of a cannibal king where chaos and anarchy roam. And trouble is bubbling.
So he's rapping here very timidly, almost very menacingly, right?
A certain insanity shows.
Starting to put some little tension in there.
Whenever these words that I write with my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pin. Animal flow. Out in the jungle, I'm ready for war. I'm beating your brains with the bat. I'm swinging it back and it's spooky. Your bikes I'm bored.
Right. So there he's almost sing rapping, right? Animal flow. That's not just him talking, rapping. That's him singing. Animal flow.
Out in the jungle, I'm ready for war. I'm beating your brains with the bat. I'm swinging it back and
I'm ready for more. So he's sing rapping here, right? Which Ren does a lot. Obviously, as a vocalist first, it makes sense that he would do that, but really cool to add.
No, the cannibals, bro.
So that's still singing. He's sing-songing these. I like the and the like the animal noises that he's making within his raps, right? Let's go back.
I'm beating your brains with the bat. I'm swinging it back and it's spooky. Your bikes I'm bored. No, the cannibals, bro. A murderous line that you can't ignore. I wait and react with combat on the counter attack on the king of the jungle. I roar.
I like the animal, kind of the demonic voice. We got the beatboxing, rhymes again with the sing song. Really cool. That'd be very nice.
Now in volcanic, I blow and cause mayhem and panic. There's nowhere to run from my mind. I'm an impassable
Nowhere to
flow,
run
never
from my
slowing, just
mind.
growing and flowing with intricate lines. Yes, I will dig in my teeth when I bite like a beast. Blood, I drink it like wine.
Again, he went down timid for the drinking.
Animal flow. Out in the wilderness, I will be king. Still on my throne on the Lord of the Ring.
So this section here, he has two vocal lines. One's up, one's low. So basically he's harmonizing the rap. A lot of rappers do that, but usually they just do, you know, both the same tone, same note. Just give it more of like a heavy and fuller sound, but he's doing a harmonizing it.
The wilderness, I will be king. Sit on my throne on the Lord of the Rings. Out on my own, I'm a terrible thing. Animal skins over my shoulders like bling. They will be clothing my sins. I came to
It almost sounds like that's digitally tuned down. It's not. I think it's just the way that it separated these tracks. But again, sing songy.
They will be clothing my sins. I came to
The background vocals, the lower part, is a little bit
over
monotone.
my shoulders like bling. They will be clothing my sins. I came to win over and over again. I'll take your life with a grin.
Very subtle, but in the background you hear.
Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I'm an animal, yes, I'm an animal, yes, sometimes the things I say are irrational, yes, sometimes the things I do are quite radical, yes, I will be waging war on the capital, yes, I will.
Ooh. Again, it's very subtle, but you hear like almost an octave high. It's like he's rapping in his head voice.
Yes, I am, yes, I'm an animal, yes, I'm an animal, yes, sometimes the things I say are irrational, yes, sometimes the things I do are quite radical, yes, I will be waging war on the capital, yes, I will.
Yeah, that's really cool. So he's doing that, and then we also have the synth doing its craziness and to give it more of a tension building sound.
Sometimes the things I do are quite radical. Yes, I will be waging war on the capital. Yes, I will burn the houses of parliament down. Cause hypocrites, they burn quite easily. Wow. Burn and pillage it all to the ground. Your illegitimate king lost his
Bring in
crown.
the everything else.
Show no mercy under my rule. I won't be kind, I will be cruel. Down on my
I like
toes in a paddling pool.
the drum
Yes, I'm
hits.
tyrannical, bro. So never mistake, I'm man for a fool. I'll take your ignorance right back to school and teach you a lesson for testing my cool.
Back to the everything kind of working together. But what he does with his vocals, like you can tell he's a vocalist like first because of how he uses his vocals, not only to do syncopations with the beat, but how he's very sing-songy. And that's not a gripe, by the way. That's a good thing. He has kind of tempos and melodies and stuff with his vocals, even when he's rapping. That's how you know he's a vocalist first. But then he also harmonizes instead of just having unison notes when they're doing the background vocals. Like a lot of rappers would be like, they'll record a track like animal flow, and then in the background will be just like flow. Well, let's say the end of the word. He's doing the whole thing, and it's not just the same notes in the background. It's different notes harmonizing that section. So that's really cool. We can go over the lyrics really, really fast. Close this. Now you guys can see. Whoa, it's a little too much there, buddy. All right. Trouble is bubbling under the skin. A certain insanity shows. Whenever I pick up the mic and begin, whenever these words that I write with my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pen. Yeah, I got that. I really like that play on pen and pin. It's very subtle difference in the word or word sound, right? But pen and pin sound exactly the same. When my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pin. It's really cool to see that he's not rhyming the last words. He's rhyming like other words within the sentence before. So many rappers want to worry about rapping and rhyming the ends of the verses, right? You don't always have to rap and rhyme. In fact, you can sometimes tell a story with your raps. Out in the jungle, I'm ready for war. I'm beating your brains with a bat. I'm swinging it back, and it's Buki. I bite because I'm bored. Buki? I don't even know what Buki means. Lord of cannibals, bro. He's Lord of the cannibals, right? He'll eat you alive. A murderous mind that you can't ignore. Again, murderous with the beats, but also his mind's crazy, so he might murder you. I wait and react with combat on the counterattack. I'm the king of the jungle, I roar. He's the king of this shit. He's going to roar. He's going to spit these rhymes so you know who he is, or so you know who's in charge. Animal Flow, I'm the Flow CEO. Again, great at the flows. He's the master of flows. Got mountains of murderous rhymes. This is all pretty straightforward. Never slow and just growing and flowing with intricate lines. Ooh, I like that. Never slow and just growing and flowing with intricate rhymes. Yes, I will dig in my teeth when I bite like a beast. Blood, I drink it like wine. See, there's like the same thing, but it's expanded and lengthened out. So it's the same thing, but it's almost an extra, I guess, beat or measure added to the same flow. Really cool. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. It made the blood look so much redder when I slit its throat. Watch it drip, drip, drip drop until the ground was soaked. I already talked about that. Yes, I'll be waging war on the Capitol. Yes, I'll burn the House of Parliament down. So I don't know if this is like talking down on the people who, you know, raid the Capitol, or if he's just using that since it's a little bit recent to talk about how he's going to take down Parliament. He's going to take down, you know, the people that be. Feel no mercy under my rule. I won't be crying. Kind of will be cruel. Again, talking about being an animal. Drown all my foes in a paddling pool. Yes, I'm tyrannical, bro. He's a tyrant. Never mistake a man for a fool. I'll take your ignorance right back to school. He's gonna take you to school. You can be ignorant if you want, but he's gonna teach you. He's gonna teach you a lesson for trying to test him. All right. Again with a banger, man. This was a little bit different video for me, so I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I apologize if I went on and talked about stuff. But this was a really cool song. I think he keeps stepping up with his videos, right? Again, it was all one take. Again, there's stuff in the video that are kind of metaphors or visual representations of what he's talking about. But the one take thing is really difficult, guys. With the 3-minute video, almost a 3-minute video, everybody has to be in the right place. He has to be in the right place. The camera needs to be strategic about where it's going. And if they miss one thing, they have to start all over again. So it's very difficult to do that type of stuff. I'm glad he's challenging himself. Look, I'm always here for more Ren. I appreciate that he wants to challenge himself. This was a banger for sure. Make sure you go and like the video. His video, where is it at right now? It's only 33 minutes after, and it's already at 9.3k views. It's already at 31k views. So make sure that you guys go like, comment, share it to people you can, show some love, subscribe to him if you haven't. He's not at 1 million yet. Let's get him to 1 million subscribers. I really would appreciate that. I'm all about helping the artists on this channel. It's not about my channel. It's about the artist. So make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That does help my channel a lot if you are so inclined to do so. Please be positive. Please tell somebody that you love them. Help somebody through a hard time today. And please remember that good vibes are contagious.